Today I'm going to talk about my machine. It is a planer from Metabo model DH330. So let's start with this short video. At the beginning I just want to say that this is my personal tool. As always, I purchased it with my own money, so I didn't receive any kind of a sponsorship from a producer, dealer or anybody else. So you are going to hear about my experience working with this machine in the past 2.5 years. We are going to talk about its good sides, about a few bad sides, and I hope at the end you will get some clear picture of what this machine is capable of doing. So let's start the presentation. I leave the machine in these conditions for the start, just to show you the situation with the chips after extensive work. This machine creates a lot of chips. It is a normal for the planer. Extraction system works very nice until it works. When it clogs, then it starts to shooting chips everywhere. So for this machine it is exceptionally important to have good extraction system. I'm going to show you my system. It is a homemade system for the home vac. It works okay until it clogs. When it clogs, then it should, as I said, dust on every side. So it is the most important is to have a good extraction system for this machine. Sawdust and the chips create another problem with this machine. Now I'm going to take the camera and show you the inside of this planer. I will show you the rollers. Rollers are from rubber. One is in front, second is at the back. And if the chips start flowing backwards, that means towards the inlet, then they intend to stuck on the rollers. That creates a problem with the dragging of the material through the planer. I recommend, I will say the third time, it is important to have a good extraction system. But in this case, as I am showing you, it is recommended to clean the rollers as often as you can. So the clean rollers provide good flow of the material through the planer. About the characteristic of this machine, it is a machine that has a 330 millimeters wide working space. That is the let me say, most of any competition that I have seen on the market. That was one of the reasons why I decided to buy this machine. That gives me opportunity to plane large pieces of wood, even a few glued boards, so I can, in one go, I can get 330 millimeters of clean surface. That is about the beginning of this presentation. Now I'm going to bring the camera to the back and I will show you the extraction system, how it works. Extraction system has two screws on the lower side, two screws on the upper side, and if you tighten them well, they work okay. I also recommend to add some duct tape on the upper side of the extraction system, just to prevent the loss of the airflow through this small gap that you can see now on your screen. So for me, since I use the vacuum system, home vacuum system, I have made some adapter from the plastic, and as you can see, that works okay. I will say the fourth time, the extraction system is extremely important. So that was about short intro. Now I'm going to show you another features on this machine. So this is the front view of the machine. We are going to talk about the commands. This is the starting on-off button on the left side. This lever here is for locking the planer in one position after you fix it the desired height. As you can see, you just turn to this side and then you hear a click, and this means that the position of the lever is locked and there is no possibility for this knives to go up and down. So when you want to release it, you just pull the lever and you see click again. So this is the scale for the depth. It goes from the 0 to 16 millimeters, and this is the handle for managing that height. As you can see, it's very clearly marked. When you turn on this side, you get minus value. One spin is 2 millimeters. When you turn in the opposite direction, you get plus value of 2 millimeters. So if you want to let me say lower the blades for 1 millimeter, you just turn the half turn, that is 1 millimeters. If you want to go, let me say 2 millimeters, you just turn one complete round. That is very practical, and I always remember that when I'm changing the height of the planer. So at the front you can also see the gauge for the depth of the cut. This is also a very good indicator. One drawback is that, as you can see, the sawdust has managed to enter inside, so from time to time I clean this piece. So the blade, there are two blades here, two blades, as you can see, and the mechanism for the up and down is with this spindle here. This is the drive belt, and on the other side you can see the chain for regulating the height. That is mean the very steady connection with this chain. So this is the view from the front and below of this machine. I just want to say about one other feature. This stop here, it prevents the lowering of the blade after, if you set the depth of, let me say, 20 millimeters, then that is 15 or 20 millimeters, then that is just to adjust the lights, sorry. Okay, now you can see better. So if I put this here, that means the maximum or minimum thickness that I can get is 1 inch or 25 millimeters. I really I'm not using this very much, since I don't work with the, let me say, bigger series of the material, so I always keep an eye on the material. One more thing before we start working with this machine. I want to show you how you can adjust the front plate and the back plate. As you can see, we need flash position of the plate, so the material can glide very nicely in the working space. That can be done with these two bolts. Here is the first one, here is the second one. With them you can regulate the height to a certain level of this plate. And this is the view from the front. Now I'm going to clean the machine thoroughly, and we are going to start working with the clean machine, so you can see how the extraction system really works and how the machine works in general. So what is the principle of working with this machine? Before we put the material inside the planer, we need to adjust the height of the knives. For that case, there is a one lever, as you can see. If I press it upwards, scale goes up and gives us indication how depth will be and how deep will be the cut. So I just put the material here, and then I just lower the knives, and as you can see, in this moment we are getting some indication about the depth of the cut. In this moment it's about half millimeter. Now it's 1 millimeter. If I make one full turn, it will be 3 millimeters. Okay, so I will bring it back to 1 millimeter, and after that we are going to start cutting. Okay, at the end I want to say a few final words about this machine and how to work with it. As you can see, machine has enough power to push the material by itself through the blades. Thickness of the pieces is quite equal, as you can see. Surface is very smooth. That depends on the quality of your blades. If the blades get dull, then you need to replace them. But anyway, it is quite okay to work with. I also want to talk about this case here. I made this on purpose because I set the depth of the cut to 0.5 millimeters. That is quite low, especially for the heavy pieces like that. And in that case, the knives don't have enough power to push the material through the second roller, like here. In that case, I always have a piece, some stick nearby, just to push the material through the blade. So you can use that plastic piece if you like, but I don't recommend it. So that was all about this machine. I hope that you are satisfied with the good side and the bad side. That depends on your requirements. Anyway, from my side, thank you once again. If you like the video, press subscribe, press that bell if you like to see notification for my further videos. And thank you once again. Have a nice day and enjoy the channel. Bye!
In the misty river early down, birds are singing my freedom song. I left the field, run for freedom, no more shackles on your skin.